Hi guys, I just come back. My name is Varun. I'm a student at Quantum Polytechnic University. I just completed my education in supply chain management. Now I am looking for a job and just clearing my concepts. So sharing you with a quick video. Here you find like what's Pareto's analysis is. So Pareto's analysis is about your 80% of the outcome is depend on the 20% of your input. So what do I mean? Suppose you have issues or you have defects in your product or process or any of the other production house, right? So what are the how do we list down the defects and get to know that what are the main defects that's causing 80% of the issues? So you can identify and list problems. So that is the first step. Then you identify the leading cause of the problems. What are the leading cause? What are the top issues that you are facing? Then you score those problems. You just mention like what is the score that you want to give from 1 to 5. Suppose you want to give that problem as a 5, so that means the high priority. So then you group those problems. When you group those problems, then you add up the score for every group. What is the score of the group? Then you identify which group is the first that you need to resolve the problems for. So the first group issues collected together is the main cause, or might be the first two groups, the 20 containing the 20%, and it's causing the 80% of the issues. So next, if we jump on the Pareto's analysis, so you this see this chart. So this chart has quantity on the y-axis and the defects on the x-axis. So if you see the x-axis, there are problems. The problems are soldering, catching, dent, blister or crack or unfill. It's not completely filled, and blowhole. So these are the problems. If you see this graph, the 80% of the problems are the first three. If we solve this 80% of the problems, first three bar, this is a bar chart, histogram, this is a histogram. So if you see this, the first three problems, if you solve these three problems, you would be able to solve 80% of your issues. And if you show able to 80% of the issues, you will get the more output, right? I think you guys are getting it. So 80% of the problems are the first three. If you solve first three issues, the 20% of your issues, then you will get more output. These are the top three defects. And you see this histogram, this is also the same thing. The number of times the defects are cited. So the first five defects are cited more. So the defects are mechanical failure, structural failure, procedural error. So these are like the defects that is in the process. So these defects are, are causing 80% of the issues. So these are 20% defects. All defects are cumulatively 100% in this diagram also and in this diagram also. So all defects are cumulatively 100%. But these defects, the first 20% defects, the five defects causing 80% of the problem. So if you solve this, you would be able to cater 80% of the issues. You just need to solve five problems. So that's a very good point in terms of addressing any issues in your process, in your production house, or in your supply chain. Might be you are facing the transportation issues. You can do a root cause analysis. What are the main issues that you are getting? So you can do the analysis and check it out. Let's go to the next diagram. So that's also a bar chart. You get it here, bar chart. So I show you a Pareto's analysis, and there are categories: category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4. So you get it up to category 5. And if you see this, the category 1 and 2 and 3 are 80%. So this 80% is contributing, as in because this is 20% of the issues. So if this is 20%, because they have repeated number of times more than the other say 7 categories, So that's why it's contributing to 80%. 36, if we see cumulatively on the third row on the right side, it's 78.41%. So this is causing the more issues. And if you solve the first three, you would be able to cater 80% of your problems and you will result. So this also exists in lead time. This also exists in order fulfillment. This also exists in production output. This also exists in utilization rate. Might be you have a factory setup and you are running a factory and you are doing production. So your production matters with utilization rate. Your production matter with the order fulfillment. Your production matter with the output. What your production matter with the input. So you need to check out your variability in the process and do a Pareto's analysis and find out the issues and you address the issues. Thank you. I see. I like want to say bye to everyone and have a good day. Thank you.